Hey friends! So for those of you who follow me on Instagram, you'll remember that I recently did a hydration challenge. So I thought I'd make a quick video for you today to talk about my experience. So a few weeks ago, I was doing some more reading and research on the importance of hydration and flushing out cellular waste, and I decided to give myself a little challenge. So I always have thought of myself as a really good hydrator. I definitely think I drink more water than most people, but turns out it wasn't even quite enough. So the hydration challenge was all about drinking half your body weight in ounces every day. So for me, it began with, having to calculate what my hydration goal was. And I'm like usually around 135 pounds or so. So I just rounded up to 140. So half that would be 70. So my goal was 70 ounces per day, which is approximately like 8 cups, I think. 9 cups. Math is not my strong suit. So that sounds like a lot, and it was a lot. So I'll tell you, I did make an exception for celery juice. So I drink, between 16 and 20 ounces of celery juice every day. So I did decide to include that in my hydration, tally, just because it is a very, very hydrating drink. So things that obviously don't count for the hydration challenge are things like coffee, tea, kombucha, soda, definitely anything with caffeine, hot chocolate, that kind of stuff doesn't count. So for me, the only things that counted were water, celery juice, and I don't know that I had any, but occasionally like the fresh squeezed juice, like a fruit or vegetable juice. But for my hydration challenge, I did it for 7 days drinking half my body weight in ounces of water every day. So I decided that I was going to use one of these. I already use mason jars a lot to drink out of, but this one's a really nice size, and I think the first day I started out with like I don't know what it was, like a 1.5 liter or 2 liter mason jar full of water. And it was just so dang big and so dang heavy. It just didn't work. So I decided to do these instead. So I can do 1 cup at a time. So this is about 1 cup of water, which is about 8 ounces. And this was, doable and wasn't super intimidating for me to drink one of these at a time. So that's what I did. Again, I love mason jars because they're sturdy and durable, and they have these, measurements on the side. So this is what I had with me all the time, and I would fill it up with my Berkey, every half hour to an hour. And I'm actually really surprised that, so, again, my goal was about 9 cups for my body weight, and it ended up being a lot. Like I said, I've always thought of myself as a good hydrator, but apparently not so much. Even with the morning, lemon water and celery juice, the medical medium stuff, I felt like I had to kind of push, or there was some effort to make my goal at the end of the day. But we'll get to the good stuff. So what did I experience? What did I learn? So the first thing, I was peeing a lot, like a lot. I already pee a lot, but this was often, as you can imagine. But that was okay. That was kind of the idea, is that we're flushing things out, we're hydrating, we're helping the body take out the trash. So I kind of knew that going in. So most of the time I don't get up at night to pee, but this week doing this hydration challenge, I did have to get up at least once every night, occasionally twice. So that was kind of a pain in the butt. But I was able to fall back asleep fairly quickly, so it wasn't too bad, but it was definitely different than my usual routine. So after a couple nights of that, I decided to try to front load my hydration. So I would stop drinking or slow down drinking around dinner, which is usually like 6 or 7. And that helped a little bit. So it's definitely front loading the hydration. So peeing a lot, but I felt a little bit of lift in my kind of brain fog symptoms. I felt a little bit more clear, a little bit more present. After a couple days, I noticed that my skin started clearing up a little bit. So I've always struggled with some amount of acne or redness or irritation, and that kind of went away. I still have a little bit of like breakouts along my neck because I'm doing, you know, some antimicrobials, and that's usually what happens. But I was really surprised that like my face and stuff, the skin cleared up quite a bit. Like I said, I had less brain fog. I felt more clear and present. My skin cleared up a little bit. My digestion was a little bit better, definitely. I don't know that I noticed any difference with my sleep per se, but I did feel like I was just a little bit more, I don't know how to describe it. It was like a little bit more like grounded, I guess. Like my cells were a little bit more like plumped up, and I was a little bit more in my body, as weird as that sounds. Maybe that was just because I was a lot more mindful about what I was drinking and eating, but yeah, and I did go ahead and weigh myself at the beginning and the end, which, you know, I generally don't weigh myself that often, but I thought for science's sake, for the joy of the experiment, so I did end up losing about 2.5 pounds over the course of the week doing the hydration challenge, which is fine. Weight loss is never my goal, but it was interesting to see that. And I didn't change anything else with my diet or food. Just drinking more water allowed me to lose 2.5 pounds. I haven't weighed myself since. I don't know if that's changed, but that's interesting. And the last thing is something that I noticed, just like in general doing health coaching, when you change one like health behavior, it tends to like have a domino effect with other health behaviors, which is nice. So as you know, as I was drinking more water, as I was much more mindful of my hydration, I noticed that I was drawn towards healthier foods, and I kind of picked back up my daily yoga practice, and I was really mindful about getting outside and getting more fresh air and sunshine as well. So I feel like it really jump-started some of these other, you know, kind of healthy habits that I had kind of let slip away. So that was a really nice side effect. So again, the hydration challenge, I did it for 7 days, drinking half my body weight in ounces of water every single day, and generally saw clearer skin, less brain fog, maybe a little bit more energy, just feeling more grounded and present in my body. And then, of course, just noticing how it had this ripple effect towards other health behaviors, which was cool. So, yeah, that was my experience. It was definitely something that I will try again. And I noticed even since, I guess, technically stopping the hydration challenge, I have been more mindful about how much I'm drinking. I don't think I'm drinking the full 9 cups a day since then, but I will definitely do this again and be more mindful of my hydration in the future. So if you've ever tried this, I would love to hear your experience, so drop me a comment below. And if you have any questions and you want to give this a try for yourself, also leave me a comment. I'd be happy to help. But yeah, that was my 7-day hydration challenge results. So I hope this video was fun or interesting for you. So if it is, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll be making lots more health and spirituality videos to come. So stay tuned, everyone, and be well. I'll see you next time. Bye.